What's up, Sports Fury Nation? Week 5, it's in the books. It's done. And here we are. We're ready for week number 6.
And look who we got this week. We got Pigskin Peete.
Woo! What's up, man?
What's
Welcome.
up, man?
Good afternoon, everybody. Pigskin Peete here. Happy week 6 to everybody. It's been one hell of a season so far, and I am so glad to be back on the Sports Fury.
Yes, we're glad to have you
Yes.
back, man. You're our special guest for the week. And ladies and gentlemen of Sports Fury Nation, if you haven't already, hey, do yourselves a favor and go subscribe to our boy Pigskin Peete. The link is in the description box down below as well, pinned to the comments. Pigskin Peete, let Sports Fury Nation, and especially the new ones coming in, what it is that you do there on your channel.
Well, I make meaningless and pointless college football videos all week long. I also do 2 live streams a week on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 4 p.m. for 1 hour. We don't just talk about college football. We talk about all football. And most of the time what we do is just argue about football, which is what I like to do the most. I also do 1 live play-by-play and reaction game every single Saturday for a primetime college football game. And I will be doing at least 1. I know we spoke about this before.
Yeah.
I will be doing at least 1 Panthers game this year, probably 2, and it's probably, and I'll announce the game I think I'm going to do as long as my schedule permits. Most likely the Steelers and Panthers game.
Sweet, man.
Ooh, that should be a good one.
Yeah, Pigskin Peete is a diehard Panthers fan. You guys
Yes.
squeaked out a win against New York there in week 5.
Barely, man.
Graham Gano. Woo!
Yeah, how about that? 63 yards. I almost fainted.
I thought y'all lost for a second. I guess I turned it off. I didn't know y'all even won until like 2 hours later.
Yeah, it was a pretty crazy week 5, man. One of the things I loved about week 5 the most
I know
was
what
the
you're about
fact
to say.
that Detroit Lions beat the Green Bay Packers. That was great for the division, and my Chicago Bears, who, by the way, are finally off the bye week, which is why I'm so excited for week 6.
You know, what I was happy about, minus the Sunday night game, everybody else in the division lost. So even though my Cowboys lost, at least nobody gained ground.
Yeah,
So
yeah, that's good.
I'm
There
looking at the
is always
positive
that.
So, before we head into our Week 6 picks, of
Yes.
course we got to do what we got to do. Yeah. We got to shout out our top 5 performers of Week 5 in our Pigskin Pick'em League,
Yes.
which, by the way, it's never too late throughout the
No.
season if you're brand new to join the Pick'em League. We had over 800 people playing, and if you do, if you're performing top 5 for the week, you're going to get shouted out in these Pick'em videos. So, from last week, Shawn, week 5, our top 5 performers are as follows. Burke with 13 picks, right?
Oh, nice.
Yo, Andy 16 with 13. Moose Hunter 45 with 12 picks. CJ Riley with 12. And Uzi T with 12.
Nice. And the top 5 overall so far for the whole year. AccuRating still top number 1 with 56 total. Burke with 54 total. Go Pack Go. That's why you didn't want to read this list. With 51 right. C Zogi 1 with 51 right. And Mini Pop Wild One
With 50.
Wow. Good job, guys.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
congratulations to all
Get
those
that out of
guys.
here.
Yeah, right here, Shawn. This is where it belongs. That way, because this week, we're going to get it, right, Shawn?
It's going down.
By the way, how many points did you get last week?
I had 9.
9? I
Yeah.
had 10. Thank you, Texans. Appreciate that.
That was the only difference, man. God.
But, fellas,
Yeah.
are you guys ready to make our picks for week number 6?
Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready. It's going to be a feisty one.
Well,
Feel it.
shit, let's start right here on Thursday Night Football. Shawn will be streaming for that. I
Yes.
won't be there, of course, because I'll be at work. So, the Eagles, 2-3 on the road against the New York Giants, 1-4.
Yes.
Some NFC East family business right here.
Yeah.
Pigskin Peete, who you got on Thursday night?
So, 2 of the most disappointing teams in the league this year, right? Everybody, including myself, thought that Philly was the best team in the NFL. I mean, obviously, the Super Bowl hangover is a real thing. We see that.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't blame Carson Wentz coming off of a very short recovery time, for all things considered, for an ACL tear.
Yeah.
But the big blow to the Philadelphia Eagles this week is losing Jay Ajayi. I mean, the offense is already sputtering, and to lose your lead back is a huge blow.
Yeah.
Now, I know they got Smallwood and some of these other guys that can maybe pick up the slack. And then, of course, you got New York Giants. New York Giants, who I thought maybe had the best, or at least up there in the top 3 best drafts in all of the NFL this past season.
Yeah.
Not living up to the hype. We've all seen what's going on with Odell Beckham Jr. He said before the season, he's matured and he's going to change his ways. Didn't take a couple losses. This guy's a freak again. Who expected that? I didn't. Well, actually, I did. But anyway, both teams really, really need this win. A loss for either one of these teams this week could cause a complete tailspin for the rest of the season.
Sure.
All right. So having said all that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take the team at home this week, the New York Giants, to upset the Philadelphia Eagles.
What? Oh, my goodness. Gracious, great balls of fire.
Well, you know what? Maybe that's not too crazy.
No,
I mean,
no.
like you said, Odell Beckham Jr., he's going off. And, Sterling Shepard, did you see how pissed he was?
Oh, yeah. Odell had to console him. Like, calm down, man.
Yeah,
Odell had to calm you down? What?
Yeah. So I like that. I like that fire. You know,
That's
he might
true.
come to this game hungry. They might feed him the ball a little bit more.
Yeah.
And, hey, the Eagles, their secondary, it just sucks right now. It just does. So
Sucks is an understatement, but yeah.
Yeah, but now they are good against the run, but
Yeah.
the Giants do got Saquon Barkley. They just cut Eric Flowers.
Yeah,
he's done. Get out of here.
Get out of here.
Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
They don't want to deal with that
He's
shit
out.
anymore. Yeah.
Giants, Eagles. I'm going to go with the Eagles here.
You going with Eagles?
Like Pigskin Pete says, they both desperately need this win. And the Eagles just have more talent. Despite the fact that they have some woes on the secondary and the offensive line, the talent is still there. They just need to really get it together. And, and the running game, it might suffer here, until they probably make a trade. I heard rumors of LaShawn McCoy, some other guys as well. But I'm going to go with the Eagles. If they're both these teams coming in here hungry, I'm going to go with the team that's more talented. And the Eagles just have the Giants' number for a long time now.
Last so many years.
That's true. That's true.
Eagles.
You know what? I'm going to side with Pigskin Pete and go with the upset.
You got to be
I'm going with the
shitting
Giants, baby, because so far this year, pretty much every home team has won Thursday Night Football. It's a short week. You get the energy behind you with the crowd. And you know what? I finally saw Odell Beckham getting involved in throwing the ball and finally catching a touchdown. And I'm liking this. I'm liking what the Giants can do. I think the Giants can expose the Philadelphia Eagles' weaknesses in the secondary. But now this is going to be a tough one because I think the Eagles are a more talented team. But just because of the fact that they're at home, Giants are at home, they came off, almost pulled off an upset against Pigskin Pete's Panthers there. They probably could have easily won that. So it's like, I got to go Giants here, man. I'm feeling the home team here. Upset.
I love it when you pick different than me. Because
can I just add one thing?
Let's go ahead.
Go ahead.
First of all, we all know Shawn wants both of them to lose, but that's not possible.
Yeah, I'll take a tie if I can, but it won't let me.
Who would have ever thought that Odell Beckham Jr. is a better quarterback than Eli Manning?
Hey, man, he's 1-for-1 right now this year.
Jesus Christ. That's pretty accurate, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you guys are going Giants. I'm going with the Eagles here.
Ooh, I can't wait to stream for that so I can talk shit about both teams while I'm streaming.
All right. So heading out to Atlanta, Georgia. A very disappointing Atlanta Falcons, 1-4.
I don't think anybody saw that.
Getting their asses kicked by the Pittsburgh Steelers, who really turned it on last week. They're going to host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who are 2-2, coming off the bye week. Jameis Winston's going to be the starting quarterback for sure, definitely.
Yes,
no doubt about it.
Said it. Yep.
So, who you got, Pigskin Pete, in this NFC South divisional game?
Well, first of all, I'd like to say nobody is more happier than Pigskin Pete. The Atlanta is 1-3 or 1-4. What are they? 1-3?
1-4, yeah.
1-4, whatever they are. They've only won one game, and it was against my Carolina Panthers. I will give them that much. And this is a good time to announce that I am so far 100% correct on all of my Carolina picks for our preview that we did right here on the Sports Fury.
Okay.
But anyway, Atlanta. Listen, Atlanta's a better team than a 1-3 team. We all know that. They've lost a bunch of really close games, And let's be real here, the Bucs with Fitzmagic at the beginning of the year, I mean, they caught lightning in a bottle, but the Bucs just still do not impress me that much. I'm going to go with Atlanta at home, and I think they'll actually beat the Bucs pretty handily.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. See, I'm looking at the stats between both of these teams, defensively especially, and defense is not going to get in the way of this game. Not at all. I mean, both of their defenses are looking pretty trash. Now the Bucs do a pretty good job against the rush. They're number 4 against the rush. But, the Falcons, they're coming in with a 1-2 punch, Devontae Freeman and Tevin Coleman.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with the Falcons to be able to air it out as opposed to the Bucs. I mean, it's going to be a good shootout. So if you have fantasy players, you got Mike Evans, you got Julio Jones, or Calvin Ridley.
Yes.
This is going to be a juicy matchup for fantasy points. So I'm going to say the Falcons here at home. Falcons, please don't let me down. Not for like a third week in a row. Let's get this W right here in the Georgia. What's it? Georgia Mercedes Dome?
Something. It's Mercedes Superdome.
Yeah,
maybe.
It's a nice stadium.
It's a beautiful stadium.
Get a fucking win.
I got Atlanta too. To me, like, it's Jameis Winston's back. He's gonna be turning the ball over probably. And I just think with Devontae Freeman coming back, he played last week, but that's his first game back. This week, I think he's gonna get going.
Yeah.
Tevin Coleman, during that losing streak, Tevin Coleman didn't really do that great. He only averaged 80 yards rushing a game. Freeman's going to help him bounce back, and I think this team will start getting some wins. It's going to be tough to come out of that 1-4 hole, but this is a good starting point right here. Get the Bucs.
I agree. Getting Freeman back is huge for Atlanta, especially for Matt Ryan.
Exactly.
But Atlanta's defense is very, very disappointing. Last year they looked really good. They don't look very good this year.
All these injuries, man. That's why they're going to have all their offensive weapons to be able to outscore everybody, pretty much.
Which they can do. They can do.
And Calvin Ridley. I'm glad you said that name, dude.
Yeah.
He is a monster.
Right.
Yeah.
So, Falcons fans, let's get this one here.
Please.
I know. I saw some comments last week that the Falcons fans were saying, hey, if they lose against the Steelers, y'all need to stop picking the Falcons because we need to start doing some reverse psychology. But
they're going to get mad at us.
I'm just not going with the Bucs here.
I can't do it.
All right, so we all are unanimous. We're going with the Falcons. All right, let's head down to Houston, Texas.
Yeah.
Who are 2-3 coming off that win against the Dallas Cowboys. And they're hosting the Buffalo Bills, who are also 2-3.
Coming off a huge win against the Titans.
Yeah, man, the Titans. That was pretty damn impressive. So, Houston, Texas, are they streaking right here for you? Pigskin Peete, they're going to go in with another win? What do you think?
Yeah, I know I get accused, and I want to address UCF Jaguar real quick. Because the other night on the stream, he said Pigskin Peete loves Clemson players so much, I bet he would root for the Texans if they played the Panthers. No, sir. No. Not true at all. I ride with the Panthers till I die. If the Texans aren't playing the Panthers, I'm going to still root for the Texans because of all the Clemson players on that team. I do think the Texans are a little bit underrated. I think that they are going to be a team that gets better as the year goes on. Obviously, Deshaun Watson, that first game, had a little bit of a rocky start, not playing a live football game after that surgery for 9 months. But since then, he's thrown for over 300 yards, almost 400 yards in almost every single game. Yep. And he has been the reason, almost single-handedly, him and Hopkins, that they have won the 2 games in a row that they won. I think they continue to win. And listen, the Bills aren't very good. I mean, the Bills, they have some sort of ability to shock the world and beat the Vikings and win a game here or there. But I think that they're outmatched offensively by the Texans, and I think the Texans win this game pretty easily.
Right, I'm going with the Houston Texans as well. Their offense has been getting going. Now they have the 4th total offense going into Week 6.
Yeah.
And DeAndre Hopkins, the number 1 wide receiver in receiving yards now.
Oh, he passed Julio after this past week. Okay.
He passed Thielen and Julio, all those guys.
Damn.
So, yeah, he's having a monster year yet again. Love DeAndre Hopkins. And the Bills, now, they have a pretty solid defense, man. Their defense is 6th overall in the league, so they're pretty damn good, especially against the pass. However, like Pigskin Peete, to your point, the Bills just don't have it offensively to keep up with the Houston Texans.
Not at all.
So, yeah, at home, Houston Texans, they're going to get this win, and they're going 500.
Yeah, I don't think there's much else to say about this. The Bills are one of those teams that will pull off those upsets throughout the year. Mm-hmm. With Josh Allen, he's a playmaker. He's going to be making those plays. But it's like those weeks that nobody thinks they have even a shot, right? Not the weeks that they're coming off a win, where it makes the other team like, okay, hey, this team could pull off a win. So it's going to be like random week here and there. They might pull it off, but not against the Texans. Texans are at home, coming off a huge one against Dallas. So, yeah, I'm gonna go with Texans.
Going with the Texans. All right, so we're all unanimous right here.
And J.J. Watt might feed against Buffalo.
Okay. Let's head down to South Beach, Miami. The 3-2 Dolphins, who have dropped the last 2 games in a row, and they're hosting against the Bears, the Chicago Bears, who are coming in here 3-1 on top of the division off the bye week. Yeah. Guys, I'm going to break this damn thing down first, okay?
Okay.
All right, so the Bears, they're coming in with this stacked fucking defense, and the Miami Dolphins offense has just really been struggling ever since,
yes, they have.
Like what, week 3?
After week 3, ever since they played the Patriots, they've been struggling.
Yeah, they've been really struggling. Ryan Tannehill, his QBR ratings have been... So, the Bears, that front 7, that secondary, Eddie Jackson, can he make a 3rd game in a row with an interception? I think so. They're just that damn good. Now, offensively, Mitchell Trubisky, he threw 6 touchdown passes against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
That was the Bucs.
I don't think that's going to happen again. And you know what? Now, if it does happen, I'll take it. But here's what I want to see from the Chicago Bears entering this game. Now, Shawn, you've been bitching to me
all year
as a Jordan Howard fantasy owner. Yeah. You've been like, come on, why don't they just give him the ball? And that's true. Jordan Howard, he's been getting like 15 carries or less in a lot of these games so far this season. This is the game that I want to see the Chicago Bears ground and pound with my boy, Jordan Howard. This is the game where he's going to go off finally, Shawn. So, there you go. He's going to get you some fantasy points.
So I should start him.
Put him in your lineup. The Dolphins against the rush are 20th in yards. So, Chicago Bears, I want to see him ground and pound with Jordan Howard. Get some screen passes to Tariq Cohen. And look out for Taylor Gabriel. He might be the leading wide receiver once again for the Chicago Bears. He's been doing great so far this year. He's been, when we signed Taylor Gabriel, we both said he fits perfect in Nagy's system and for Mitchell Trubisky.
Tyreek Hill.
So, guys, I'm going with the Chicago Bears to get this W in Miami. And let me tell you something else. If you happen to tune into the game, you're going to see a lot of Bears fans down in that stadium.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
Pigskin Peete, who you got?
So the Bears, man, they might be the biggest turnaround in Cinderella story so far in the NFL this year. The first thing they did, and we'll get into Khalil Mack in a second, but is fire John Fox. Best thing they ever could have done.
Yep.
Second of all, the fact that they were able to acquire what I think is the most dominant defensive player in all the NFL. It's not even close. I know there's an argument to be made for Aaron Donald, and I get all that. But Khalil Mack is a game changer, and on a already really good defense. So he puts them over the top there. And I think what you're going to see here this year with the Bears, I think they'll win the division. I think they'll make it into the playoffs. And if they get into the playoffs, look out. And they will do it just like Josh just said, playing great defense and running the football. Now, Mitch Trubisky, we saw him throw 6 touchdowns, and everyone's going to get all enamored with that. Don't look for that in the near future. But if Mitch Trubisky can just limit turnovers and let the defense win the game for them, the Bears are a real threat in the NFC. You heard it here first, or second, since Josh already said it. And as far as the Dolphins go, I wasn't a believer in the Dolphins before the season started. I'm not a believer now. I'm not a believer in their head coach. I'm not a believer in really any of their skill positions. I mean, every great player, Jay Ajayi being number 1 on that list, they get rid of Jarvis Landry. I mean, the guy led the NFL last year in receptions. They got rid of him. I mean, I don't know what's going on down there in Miami. There must be some really good cocaine down there or something. But I see the Bears winning this game. Now, I'm not going to say that the Bears are going to blow the Dolphins out because, again, this is going to be a defensive stand by the Bears. So I think the Bears win a low-scoring game.
Okay, cool. And you know what? I'm also excited and surprised that, Akeem Hicks did not get a suspension from shoving the ref in that Tampa game.
That was crazy.
So he will be playing So
I don't understand the NFL and their suspensions.
Huh?
They hate the Cowboys, but apparently they like the Bears.
Mm-hmm.
I hate you. This one is tough because, like we said, Miami was doing so good the first 3 weeks, and then they dropped the last two. Now, last week against Cincinnati Bengals, they were up, and they gave up 27 unanswered points. They were up 17-0. So it was just a couple defensive turnovers turned into points, two defensive touchdowns right there. You know, I think Dolphins are really pissed off. They got to get something going here. And you know what? I'm picking them to upset y'all. I'm going to do it.
You son of a bitch! Are you serious?
I told you last night
I was
going to do it. Because I think this is a trap game for your Bears. Your Bears,
trap game? We're coming off a bye week!
Exactly. Y'all Bears are on top of the world right now. And you know what? They're laughing. They're looking at the division. They're like, y'all lost. Y'all suck. And you know what? I feel like the Dolphins are desperate right here. It's at home too. They're desperate and they need it. They should have beat the Bengals probably more than likely.
Did you see what the Bengals did defensively against them? What do you think these damn Bears are going to do against them?
You think two defensive touchdowns are going to happen every time? No.
Shit, the Chicago Bears can do it.
I think this is a trap game. I think it's going to happen in your Bears. I'm not going to... Trubisky looked great against Tampa Bay, but that was Tampa Bay, okay? I don't see 6 touchdowns.
Hey, Shawn is right. The Dolphins are desperate, but you know what teams in the NFL are always desperate? Bad teams. And the Dolphins are a bad team.
There you go.
All right. I see just a trap game. They're taking the Dolphins a little lightly, and I think it's going to happen.
This team, there's nothing about this team that's going to take any team lightly. We can't afford to. And then with that defense... Man, they're gonna fucking eat.
Honestly, no, y'all are a better team. Y'all should win this. I'm not saying y'all shouldn't. I'm just saying. I feel it in my gut. You know.
Well, I know where you sleep. And if I were you, I'd be scared all week.
Dude, I always lock my door every night. I don't trust you at all, ever.
So it's either bear down or fins up, and I'm going
fins up.
Bear down,
fins
baby.
Up, baby.
Let's go. All my Bears fans, let me hear you in the chat. Bears, let's go. Bear down, baby.
Oh, I know I'm crazy. Shit, I don't get a lot of shit. I know.
You're an
and I'm probably gonna be wrong.
An asshole.
But I just want to see you cry.
Shit.
Again.
All right, let's go to our next damn game. We have an AFC North divisional game right here.
Do.
The Cincinnati Bengals, 4-1, very impressive this year,
huge.
And they are hosting the Pittsburgh Steelers, who come in here 2-1. Pigskin Peete, what you got?
Well, I like to beat my chest when I'm right about things, and so I'm going to go ahead and eat crow right now. And Shawn, you're eating it with me, by the way, because on that Carolina Panthers prediction video, when we previewed the Panthers playing the Bengals, which the Panthers did win, and we both picked that, or I picked that. Yeah. I said that I thought the Bengals were one of the worst teams in the NFL, and that's clearly not the case.
Yeah.
They are very impressive this year. They can score a lot of points. Andy Dalton is actually playing like a good quarterback, which I never thought I'd hear myself say that in a sentence. And the Bengals defense is as good as advertised. Mm-hmm. The Steelers have been massively disappointing. We all know that. Mm-hmm. I still, however, believe the Le'Veon Bell thing may have distracted the team in the beginning. Mm-hmm. I'm picking the Steelers to upset the Bengals. I think that the Bengals probably are the better overall team, and people think they're going to win. Mm-hmm. But the Steelers are getting better. Ben Roethlisberger is starting to get the ball to Antonio Brown. Juju Smith-Schuster is still doing great. And I think that the running back for Connor is getting better every week and filling in that role for Le'Veon Bell. Yeah. And this is a must-win game for the Steelers. I mean, the Bengals are leading that division right now. So I see the Steelers stepping up and winning this game.
Yeah, not only the Bengals leading the division, the Steelers are in the bottom of the division. Yeah. They're in last place.
Crazy.
So, Shawn, who you got?
I'm actually with Pigskin Peete here. Yes, I ate crow too. I said the Bengals are going to be barely winning any games. But they shocked me, man. I picked them last week. They came back and won the game against the Dolphins. But I'm looking, and this is what I was afraid of with the Steelers at the beginning of the year when we did even though we did their prediction. I was like, what type of Ben are we going to see? Are we going to see him start slow like they did last year? And they did. Big Ben started off really bad last year. And then towards about middle of the year, he started getting it going. And that offense is just unstoppable. And I feel like last week they got it going against the Falcons. And that, even though the Falcons have a lot of injuries, you just need that confidence. Mm-hmm. You just need to know, hey, we can do that. touchdown Antonio Brown, 2 touchdowns to James Conner. I think Antonio Brown had 2, touchdowns. They were just, everybody was scoring for that team. I think this is where the Steelers get it going. They get their high-powered offense. And the Bengals defense against the pass, what are they ranked?
21st.
21st. So it's not like they're stopping everybody in their top 10 in the pass. And so I think the Steelers could take advantage of that and come out firing. And they need to get this win. They need it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. No, you're right. You guys make absolutely great points, and it could absolutely go down that way. Now, preseason, I said, look out for the Bengals. This is a damn good team.
Yeah.
And goddamn it, I was right. And I am gonna stick with the Cincinnati Bengals right here this week in Week 6. Bengals are gonna go 5-1. Sorry, Steelers fans, but the Bengals are rolling, baby. And you know what? Guess who's back? Joe Mixon.
That's true.
Love that dude. He's one of my favorite running backs. So, shout out to Jazzy TV. Shout out to our boy B Spooky.
Yeah.
Man,
I'm going to get some shit from them.
The Bengals are for real, guys. And the Steelers, look, James Conner, he did great fantasy-wise. He scored me 32 points. He's been doing pretty decent, but he's no Joe Mixon. He's no Le'Veon Bell. And I think the Bengals can really exploit that Steelers secondary, which is giving up a shitload of passing yards.
That's
They're
true.
29th in the league.
That's
so,
true.
I mean, hey, I'm going to go with the Cincinnati Bengals. Who they? Not the Steelers. Not week.
This is Josh giving himself a big pat on the back.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
and I'm going to win this pick too, baby. I'm going to win it.
It honestly could go either way. This is one of those games that it could go either way.
That's a tough game to pick.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So heading out to our next game, the Cleveland Browns, 2-1, coming off their second straight win. You called it last week. I
picked them to beat the Ravens, and you.
I went with the Ravens and went to overtime. And
that was a great game.
Browns went out with the victory.
Yeah.
So good job on that. And they're hosting the Los Angeles Chargers, who are 3-2. And I want to say this: the Los Angeles Chargers, they just lost their owner, Alex Spanos, who just passed away. So condolences to them.
Yeah.
And Pigskin Pete, what you got? Chargers, Browns.
Yeah, so this is one I changed about 4 times before we came on air here. So the Chargers, I think, are a legitimate team on both sides of the football. I think they have a legitimate deep threat. I mean, multiple legitimate deep threats, and they have a great secondary. Going up against the golden boy in the city of Cleveland, Baker Mayfield. Now, what are the Browns? The Browns, are they undefeated at home this year? Are they 2-1 at home this year? What is it?
I don't know.
I could check right now. Let me let you know.
They've won at least.
They tied at home. They've won. So they have not lost. They tied at home though.
Interesting.
So they're 2-0-1 at home. I'm going, and I had picked the Browns in my pick'em, in my pigskin pick'em thing on for the Sports Fury. I picked the Browns every single week, and I've got a winning record. I am gonna go with the Browns to beat the Chargers this week in Cleveland.
Wow.
Like it.
Wowza.
Sean?
Dude, I want to pick the Browns so bad because I love this team. But even though they've won a couple games, the one thing is their offense is still not putting up a lot of points. Their defense is keeping them in these games. And they're squeaking by. They're getting enough points, obviously, to win. But the Chargers have too much firepower. Keenan Allen, Melvin Gordon, those two guys alone could put up points. And I just don't see it, man. Eckler, too. He's playing phenomenal coming out of the backfield for Phillip Rivers.
Yep.
I just think that they won't be able to keep up regarding scoring. So
Mike Williams.
Mike Williams, Clemson boy. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, Browns, they're 27th against the pass, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, Phillip Rivers can light it up, man. And I would love to see Keenan Allen, get a whole lot of love in this game because, damn, I have him in fantasy. He's been pretty disappointing, fantasy-wise.
You'll have like a good first half, and then it'll kind of die down, or second half, and it'll be a quiet first half. So,
and Melvin Gordon, he's going to rush all over that 22nd rush defense that the Browns got. So
I just want to say this. I think that the Chargers are clearly a better overall team than the Browns.
Yeah.
I just think that the city of Cleveland right now and just the overall excitement in that stadium, this is going to be an upset.
Okay. Oh, I'd love for it to be. I love the Browns right now, man. I love their team.
So, yeah, I'm going with the Chargers. Sean's going with the Chargers, and Pete is going with the Browns with the upset.
I like it.
Sweet. All right, let's head out to MetLife Stadium, where the New York Jets, who are 2-3, who defeated the Denver Broncos. What a game that was!
Where'd that come from?
Isaiah Crowell, amazing. Guys, he's the third leading rusher in the league.
Well, he got 200 yards in one game. If he better.
Yeah, now he's up to 390 for the year.
Yeah.
Amazing. And they're hosting the Indianapolis Colts, who are 1-4. Naptown, they are you're talking about desperate teams.
Yeah.
This is a desperate team right here, the Indianapolis Colts. So, Pete, can the Colts go in to MetLife and at least make this a game? But who you got?
Yeah, so I'm not comparing the Colts to the Falcons. We spoke earlier about how the Falcons are 1-3, but they're not a one-win team. I think the Colts are better than a one-win team as well. They've lost some really close games this year. I think Andrew Luck is just now getting back into his form. He's playing better every week. And for the first time in the past, 3 or 4 years, the Colts have a legitimate defense. The Jets obviously have a rookie quarterback who is playing okay. He came out week 1, lit the world on fire. Everyone was ready to hand him a Super Bowl ring. The Jets are a solid team, but they just seem to somehow let people down when they think they're going to win. So I'm going to just go off my gut feeling because these are two teams that, like you said, really need a win. And I'm going to go with the veteran quarterback and Andrew Luck and a more veteran team overall and the Colts to beat the Jets.
All right. Okay. Sean?
Yeah, I'm going Colts too. It makes me a little nervous, though, because we saw last week against the Patriots, they were having issues at the receivers, right? Obviously, T.Y. Hilton was out last week against the Patriots. Now, that was a short week, so maybe that could have been why. Hopefully, T.Y. Hilton, he didn't practice Monday. They haven't released if he practiced today as of right now, the recording for Tuesday. So that makes me a little nervous because there were so many drops by receivers for Andrew Luck. He had no help. He still did great that game, but his receivers let him down. Now, so I think that's going to be key. Mm-hmm. But I think I'm looking at Andrew Luck's been playing pretty damn good all year, really. Yeah. And Sam Darnold, he was great week 1, and then he looked very mediocre the rest of the year until obviously last week. So which Sam Darnold are we going to get? I'm going to, like you said, Pigskin Peete, I'm going to stick with the guy that's been more consistent quarterback-wise, and I'm going to go Andrew Luck in this game.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm not.
You're going to go Jets?
I'm going with the New York Jets.
Jets?
Right
Jets,
here
Jets,
at home.
Jets.
You guys, you say the Indianapolis Colts because you guys are going with the veteran Andrew Luck.
Yep.
Well, I'm going with the team that has the better defense, that has the better running game, and if Sam Darnold can have a decent game, he's got weapons out there. I mean, Quincy Nunwall went ghost in that last game.
Don't remind me.
But Robbie
Anderson, him in fantasy and he got
Robbie Anderson had a great game. Yeah. But, Jets just have an overall better defense, and the Colts, they're just horrible against the pass. So Darnold could have a decent game right here, and with that defense and with the rushing game, the 1-2 punch with Crowell and Bilal Powell, I think the Jets take care of business right here at home.
Yeah. We'll see. I just don't see it happening.
Okay. Fair enough. That's fair.
And you got to remember, the Colts had a little bit longer of a week to prepare for this game.
Okay.
That's true.
So,
all right, so you guys are going Colts.
Don't fuck me.
I will go Jets. All right, our next game, heading out to Oakland.
Yes.
The Raiders, 1-4, hosting the Seattle Seahawks, who are 2-3. What you got, Pigskin Peete?
So, after the first couple of weeks, the Seahawks, everybody in the entire country, the sky is falling. The sky is falling. They're losing the locker room. I mean, we've got, everybody has either been traded away or they're quitting. Russell Wilson has absolutely no help. I agree. The Seahawks are a team that is somewhat fractured. The Seahawks, to me, are still a dangerous enough team to beat anybody on any given week. And it's only because of Russell Wilson. Yeah. I'm a big believer in Russell Wilson. On the Raiders, on the other hand, Gruden made the biggest mistake in the past 20 years as a head coach and traded away a generational player in Khalil Mack for what did they get for Khalil Mack? What did they trade him for?
I think we only traded away we traded away 2 first rounds.
Yeah, and I think third.
I think it was a conditional third rounder.
Yeah,
I think it was. And then we got Khalil Mack and a 5th round pick.
Yeah,
I think it was
something like that. Yeah.
All right. So having said all that, those 2 first round picks aren't doing anything for them this year, and I think that the Raiders would be lucky to go 500. As a matter of fact, I think the Raiders end up probably 6-10 or something like that this year, and I think that the Seahawks win this game pretty easily.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going with the Seahawks as well. The Raiders overall offensively, they're 6th in the league. That's
not too bad.
I was pretty impressed by that. But you know what? The Seahawks defensively, not too bad. I mean, especially against the pass, which is where the Raiders are, excel at the most offensively.
Yeah.
But their defense, the Raiders, are just atrocious here. And I just I'm looking at right here the numbers, and I just see Russell Wilson just tearing them apart. So I'm going with the Seahawks on the road.
Yeah, start Russell Wilson in fantasy this week.
Oh, yes. Sir.
I am. Don't worry about that. I got him. I'm starting him. Now, Oakland, their offense is doing great. But most of the time, they're doing great in like the first half and half of the third quarter. The fourth quarter, they're getting demolished. They're getting outscored drastically. It's embarrassing. Mm-hmm. They're not finishing games. And their defense is 30th, which we said was going to be bad. They didn't address their defense at all in the draft, which we thought was stupid. And it's showing now. They're 30th. Mm-hmm. Seahawks almost pull off an upset against the LA Rams. I know that's divisional games, so those are always tough, but I think that gives them a little confidence that they could put up 30-something points against the Rams defense. They're going to be able to definitely put up some points and beat the Oakland Raiders here.
Okay. All right, so we're all unanimous. Heading out to Minnesota, the Vikings 2-1
yes.
are hosting the Arizona Cardinals, who are 1-4. What you got, Pigskin? Peete.
So the Vikings, I made the mistake of picking up their defense at the beginning of the fantasy season, and I thought they had the best defense in the NFL. Turned out to be wrong about that. On the other hand, the Cardinals, I don't know, third worst team in the NFL overall, I think. I mean, Josh Rosen, I think, will be a decent quarterback in the NFL. Problem is, he doesn't have very many weapons. I know Johnson is a weapon for him. That's pretty much all he's got. The defense really isn't playing very well. I mean, Larry Fitzgerald, generational player, first ballot Hall of Famer. Let's face it, he's not going to save the Cardinals this season. And I almost feel sorry for the guy. The Vikings have too much offensive power. Kirk Cousins, Stephon Diggs, Adam Thielen, just those 3 guys alone, without even naming any of the other weapons that they got on offense, Rudolph. I think the Vikings are going to literally put it on and blow out the Cardinals this week.
Okay.
Yeah, I have to agree. What's so disappointing is that David Johnson and the use of him. They're 32nd in rushing. Jesus, get him the ball. Just, I know they're getting down.
Yeah,
they're getting down, but even early, they're not really establishing the run to start the game. And I don't know, man. This is not even going to be close. I think the Vikings are going to win.
Yeah, it sucks because I drafted David Johnson in a couple leagues, and he
should have drafted Kamara.
Yeah, he's letting me down, man. But he's starting to get a little bit better with Josh Rosen, who could actually throw the ball over Sam Bradford. Is looking a lot better, and I think it eventually will open up. But the Vikings defense, I know they haven't played that great, but they still have all that talent there. And I don't want the people to think that they're done. They still have all that talent. Eventually, they're gonna be able to make some plays. We saw Linval Joseph return like a 60-yard fumble return. Mm-hmm. So they still have all the talent in the world over there. And this could be that game where they just show up and dominate this game. So I definitely have the Vikings.
Every defense looks good against the Cardinals.
Yeah.
So I still have the Vikings on my bench. I'll probably start them this week now that we've talked about that.
You might have some good fantasy points from that.
Okay, so we're all unanimous. Going with the Vikings with an easy victory. Yeah. Now, out to Washington. 2-2 Redskins hosting the Carolina Panthers.
Woo!
All you, Pete.
Well, you already know what I'm going to say about this, right? First of all, I'm going to go off the same picks I did for our prediction video. And, of course, I picked the Panthers to beat the Redskins. Now, I will say the Redskins, well, with the exception of this past week, have played better than I thought they were going to be. I thought the Redskins were a bottom team in the NFC, and they're somewhere in the middle of the pack. Alex Smith, I've said before and I'll say it again, good quarterback, but they still made a downgrade when they got rid of Cousins. Alex Smith is not going to win you games. He just will not lose them for you. Adrian Peterson, generational guy, Hall of Famer. Sorry, he's not going to do it for you either. Did anybody see yesterday with Josh Norman?
He got benched.
He got benched for being terrible and giving up that pass that led to the Drew Brees record-breaking touchdown. I'm not a believer in not only the entire Redskins team. I'm not a believer in Jay Gruden. I don't know who's worse, him or John. I mean, the two brothers are the two worst in their respective conferences as far as coaching goes. I think the Panthers right now are better than I thought they were going to be, and that's coming from somebody who thought they were already going to be pretty good with McCaffrey and these new receivers. And we're getting Thomas Davis back this week, which is a huge, huge thing for the Panthers. Yes, Shaq Thompson's been playing well, but whenever Thomas Davis is on the field, Luke Kuechly plays 10 times better than when he's not. I think this will be a 2-touchdown win by the Panthers.
Oof. Shawn? Yeah, I'm going to agree with everything you said. Right there with you, Alex Smith. We saw what happened when you get up on them, right? Alex Smith actually started throwing some interceptions, man. He had some bad passes this last game against New Orleans Saints. Maybe he was forcing it. And that pressure was getting to him, too. So if Carolina can get that pressure, man, he's not able to step into those throws. Y'all might be able to get some interceptions. So I see Carolina easily winning this. And like you said, 2 touchdowns. I could see it getting kind of ugly.
Wait. I'm going with the Redskins right here.
No, you're not.
Yep.
What?
I'm going with the Redskins.
You're crazy.
I'm going with the Redskins.
What is going on? Oh, my God.
Woo! Redskins.
That's the hottest of all hot takes.
What's in this water? Is this vodka? What's going on here?
You probably shouldn't have even touched that. You probably need to go wash your hands. But I'm going with the Redskins, going with an upset right here. Oh, my God. The Redskins are a pretty damn good team. Defensively, they're pretty damn solid. Now, I'm going with the Redskins.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm going with the Redskins.
I don't even know if you believe it, man. Come on.
Breaking this game down, I think the Redskins have a solid chance right here at home. They're going to be really hungry after this New Orleans Saints loss. No, that was not a loss. That was an embarrassment. That game was over before halftime. It was over. But the New Orleans Saints, I don't think anything was going to stop them that night. Drew Brees, he was looking for... he was looking to break some records right there. Yeah. The defense really stepped up. Marcus Davenport, he was amazing in that game.
Yeah, he was.
Attacking, just penetrating that offensive line. The Redskins right here, I see Cam Newton making some mistakes against this Redskins defense. And I see them getting to Cam Newton. And I don't know. I just don't think they could pull off the victory here, Pigskin Pete.
I'm here to tell you, man, this Carolina, I'm so excited about this Panthers team this year. They have so many weapons. They're spreading the ball around, and I just don't see any way that the Redskins can stop that.
I don't know. I think it's sleeping on the Redskins a little bit.
I don't think the Redskins have played a guy like Cam Newton yet. Running quarterback, that read option. Like I just don't see it. Christian McCaffrey might have another big day. Cam Newton might have a big day. Depends on who they tee on.
All right, I might be crazy.
You are crazy.
But I'm going with the Washington Redskins here at home. I think this is my first time picking them, too. Interesting.
Oh, wow.
All right, next game, we're going out to Denver, 2-3. Yes. Broncos coming off an embarrassing loss against the Jets.
They let me down last week.
And they're hosting the best team in football, the Los Angeles Rams. I got the Rams. Done. Pete, what you got?
Broncos and Rams. I mean, what are we going to say? What are we talking about here, guys?
What is there to say?
The Broncos and the Rams. The Rams. I don't even know. What do you want to say? What do you want me to say?
There's nothing really to say.
There's nothing else to say.
Unanimous?
We're unanimous. I'm surprised you didn't pick an upset there, Josh, with your craziness.
No, the Rams are clearly, hands down, the best team in the entire NFL.
They're all around.
It's probably not even close right now.
No, they're stacked.
Yeah. Heading out to our next game, we got the Dallas Cowboys. 2-3, coming off in a loss in overtime.
Oh, that was rough.
Against the Jacksonville Jaguars, who are 3-2. They're coming off a loss.
An
against the
embarrassing
Chiefs.
loss.
Yeah, we were there in person.
Yes, very embarrassing.
We're the third row behind the Jaguars bench.
Yes.
Sean, what were some takeaways you saw? I'm gonna kick this off over to you since you're the Cowboys fan.
All right. So, last week I saw the Jags vulnerable. Their offense looked very bad. The Blake Bortles looked like the Blake Bortles we saw a couple years ago, turning over the ball I didn't like the play calling. I don't know what's going on with the Jags offense. Leonard Fournette out, I think maybe that changed their play calling, but they were trying to do way too many go routes. They were trying to force it down the field when they have quick, fast receivers. The play calling was atrocious, and their offensive line played horrible. Parnell.
Yes.
If he plays like that against DeMarcus Lawrence, he could have another career day.
Yeah.
Now, my Cowboys, though, our play calling wasn't that great either, and it hasn't been great all year.
Yeah, they're pretty similar, both those teams, in that regard.
Yeah. Now, the good thing is our defense, I said it last week, our weakness is quarterbacks that can scramble, quarterbacks that have legs, that can make plays outside the pocket, or even run the ball. Obviously, Blake Bortles, he actually can do that. A lot of people don't know that. He is actually an athlete that can escape the pocket and make some plays.
Yeah.
So I think my Cowboys have a chance. But I'm going Jags.
Going Jags?
Yeah, I'm going Jags.
Woo! I love it. I love it.
I don't.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
I got to go Jags because the simple fact is this. As long as we have Jason Garrett not fucking going for it on 4th and 1 in overtime when we are 18 for 19 since Zeke has come in.
That was embarrassing. What the hell was that? We were streaming for that game.
I was pissed.
Couldn't believe it.
We are 94% on 4th and shorts when with Zeke and Dak, 18 for 19, and yet we decided to punt it away on their 42-yard line in overtime.
Yeah. What you got, Pete?
All right, so here we go. I can't believe I disagree with Shawn on this one. But so you have two average quarterbacks at best. You have two really good defenses. The difference in this game to me is the fact that there is no Leonard Fournette in this game, but the Cowboys still have Zeke. That's really it. That's what it all comes down to for me. I mean, the Jags last year won
where this is going.
Won the AFC or what's the AFC title game, running the ball and playing great defense. Well, they're not going to be able to run the ball right now. Blake Bortles is not going to pass his way out of a wet paper bag. I feel the same way about the Cowboys quarterback, but Zeke is enough. He's the X factor. It'll be a low-scoring game, I think, with the two great defenses and no passing attack. I see the Cowboys coming out with a 3-point victory.
Okay.
He's my new favorite.
Well,
I like him.
I'm going to agree with Shawn. I'm going to agree with Shawn.
Agree with Pigskin Peete.
I'm going with the Jacksonville Jaguars. This Cowboys offense, like you said, it is all Zeke. Yeah. But there are plenty of times that we've seen during this season, and me and you together have watched just about every single Cowboys game together, and there's times where they're scared to go with Zeke. They shoot themselves in their own foot, man. Yeah. This is a weak team, the Dallas Cowboys. Not bad players, not weak players.
Okay.
You guys got some damn good talent over there. You do.
Those are fighting words for a second.
Especially on the defense. Yeah.
It's a coaching that's fucking soft.
Yes. This is a weak team, man, because, hey, you're only as good as your leader, and Jason Garrett is no leader. He's terrible. I think he should be fired before the season even ends. Fire him halfway through the season. Fire him out right now in this game.
I hope
fire his ass.
I hope he gets the boot at halftime.
No. Now, Jacksonville Jaguars, they didn't look like the same defense that we've seen from them against Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. But that's Patrick Mahomes. I mean, he was making magic happen in that game.
Now, how he was getting outside the pocket and extending plays.
Right.
If Cowboys have any chance in this, that's what Dak's going to have to do. And he did that last week against the Texans. But the Jags, I know, are coming off an embarrassing loss, so I think they're going to be
way more hungry, and they're going to be better at getting to Dak than the Texans would have been able to. And the Jaguars, offensively, overall, are better than what the Cowboys are overall. So I'm going with the Jacksonville Jaguars getting this road win against Dallas. That defense is just going to be too suffocating.
I can't believe I'm picking the Cowboys. I do want to say this, though. You guys say fire Jason Garrett. I do agree, fire Jason Garrett. But I think before they fire Jason Garrett, they need to fire that general manager of the Cowboys because he's the worst general manager in all football.
As well as the offensive coordinator, get them the hell out of there.
Scott Linehan. Get him out of there. Give me Jim Bob Cooter like you wanted.
Yeah. Oh, the only guy I want to see there is your defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
That dude, I like him.
Rod Marinelli or Chris Richard, who's going to probably be taking over.
Yeah. Rod Marinelli, he played with the Chicago. I mean, he coached with the Chicago Bears. I was pissed when we got rid of him.
Yeah.
And then, the Richard from that you guys got
Seattle.
from the Seahawks. He's the only guy that I see on the sidelines. As far as any of the coaches that has fire, that's holding their players accountable, that's getting in people's faces, that shows passion. I don't see that from anybody else.
Yeah, I don't either. That's why I'm not sure he'll get fired halfway through the season. I wish. But
I don't think Garrett's
it's what he deserves.
He deserves. But
I don't think Garrett's getting fired. He's a yes man, and that's what Jerry Jones wants. Is a yes man.
This is what Jason Garrett does, right?
Yeah, Jason Garrett's always clapping. He's always clapping, and I don't know what the hell it is. I hope I'm wrong. Pigskin Peete, please be right. This is the one time I want you to be right.
All right, so Pete's going with the Cowboys, and we're going with the Jacksonville Jaguars.
That's rough. I'm gonna get so much shit in the comments for that.
Now this is gonna be a tough one, guys. Right here, we're going to head out to Nashville, Tennessee. The Titans are 3-2, and they're hosting the Ravens, who are 3-2.
Yeah.
This was the toughest game for me to pick.
Mine
too. I'm going to give it over to you, Pigskin Peete.
All right, so lesson learned. The Ravens, if you have an average quarterback, move up in the first round to draft a quarterback, and then watch your existing quarterback play 10 times better. Joe Flacco looks like he's 25 years old again. I mean, the Ravens are a very surprising team to me. Now, we always know they have a pretty good defense. The defense is playing lights out so far this year. And considering the lack of superstar, power on that offense, they're actually putting up a decent amount of points. I'm very shocked with the way the Ravens are playing this year. I'm very impressed. The Titans are, to me, sort of up and down. I don't trust them from week to week. I realize that they still have the ability to play with just about anybody in the NFL. I just don't trust them. So that's the only reason I'm taking the Ravens.
Okay, Shawn?
Yeah, I'm going Ravens too, man. You know what? I'm not really shocked about this Joe Flacco because they finally got him some tight ends. They finally got him some good receivers. John Brown and Michael Crabtree. I knew that if they got him some weapons, he could make some plays. Now, he's not going to be a Drew Brees or any Aaron Rodgers, but he's got a strong arm. He's got an arm that could throw it out there and let John Brown run underneath it. And you know what? They're doing great. Going in, I'm not sure if he's still on pace because he didn't have that great of a game against Cleveland because their defense slowed him down. But he was on pace to have 5,000 passing yards, First time in his career. Yeah. Now, the Titans, this one was tough because the Titans, I think, can beat any team. But it's just which Titans are we going to see? Yeah, they've been very, very conservative on offense, which I don't understand why. They got Matt LaFleur, I think.
LaFleur.
Did I say it right? He came from Sean McVay, and I was expecting some high-powered offense, and they're ranked, 29th?
Yep.
What's going on?
Mariota, I mean, very inconsistent. and
it's rough, man. But this is going to be – they both have great defenses.
Yeah, this is going to be a defensive game. So, which offense do you trust the most? Now Baltimore Ravens, Joe Flacco. This might be the best secondary he's faced all year.
That's true.
They're pretty damn good. The Titans, I mean, they're third against the pass.
I am gonna go Ravens. I trust Joe Flacco right now. I've seen it more consistently throughout the year.
Okay, John Brown, doing pretty damn good.
And Crabtree, and Alex Collins. I know he's been a little inconsistent, but I think
that'll be a key. If they can get the running game, the Baltimore Ravens, the Titans are pretty damn weak against the run this year. Yeah. So if they can get that going, Baltimore Ravens should walk out with the victory here, guys.
Yeah, that's why I'm going Baltimore. What you got?
We're all going Baltimore.
You got Baltimore too?
Awesome. Yep. Awesome. But this was a tough one, man.
Yeah,
I do love them Titans.
That was a tough one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be.
All right, tough, Ravens flock. Let's see if you can do it right here. Bounce back.
Yeah.
With the victory here. Now, guys, heading out to Sunday night football.
This is gonna be a good one.
This is gonna be great.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that stream, dude. We're gonna have so much fun.
It's gonna be
streaming for that game, so you guys make sure to tune in for that. But we got the New England Patriots, who are 3-2, taking on the undefeated Kansas City Chiefs, kicking out to Pigskin Peete.
So, I mean, probably so far this year, maybe the most exciting Sunday night matchup. And it's only because it's the obvious reasons, Tom Brady and the Patriots against the hottest team and the most exciting team to watch in the AFC, at least. I won't say the NFL because of the Rams, but in the AFC with Patrick Mahomes and all those weapons they have all over the field on the offense. I mean, Tyreek Hill, Kareem Hunt, Travis Kelce, Sammy Watkins. I mean, there's just an array of offensive explosive talent. And everybody's so enamored with the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes is, the greatest of all time already. He's only played, 5 games. Yeah. I'm here to tell you, this is where it ends for the Chiefs win streak. And believe me, nobody hates the Patriots more than me. Well, probably all of you do if you're not a Patriots fan. But I think that Tom Brady getting Josh Gordon, Tom Brady getting back Edelman, Sony Michel is starting to come into his own. The Patriots defense is actually pretty good, way better than it was last year. And, of course, let's be honest here, Belichick's a better coach than the Chiefs coach. I'm going with the Pats in a close game. I think that you're going to see Tom Brady outscore Patrick Mahomes.
Wow. Interesting.
Wow.
Good take, Shawn.
I understand where you come from, Pigskin Peete. I was there last week with you, and I thought that they were Jags going to pull off that upset. He's not playing defense like this yet. And I was there, and I witnessed Patrick Mahomes just saying, I don't give a shit what kind of defense you throw at me. He's still throwing the ball. Andy Reid is probably having the best I've seen play calling wise, getting everybody involved. Even Tyreek Hill didn't even have that big of a game last week, and they still dominated the best defense in the league in the Jacksonville Jaguars. I don't see it happening. Now, I could see a shootout going here because obviously Julian Edelman, Josh Gordon, obviously for Tom Brady, having those weapons, and obviously the Chiefs' defense isn't that great. Right. But one thing that they are doing pretty good at is getting pressure. Dee Ford looked phenomenal this past week. And you know what? They were fired up, and I feel like there's an energy. And even though they're ranked bad, the Chiefs' defense, that could just because everybody has to throw and put up a lot of points and try to keep up with that offense. So obviously in the NFL, how the NFL works, teams are going to be able to get yardage. So it might be fluffed a little bit. I like Dee Ford. I think he can get to Tom Brady here and there, and I think the Chiefs can definitely keep on this roll in 6-0.
Now, trying to be, smart about it. The Patriots. I almost wanted to go with the New England Patriots because, the Chiefs are pretty damn bad defensively. They have been all year. And, like you said, Josh Gordon, not just Josh Gordon, and Julian Edelman. Mm-hmm. I mean, he loves going to him, and he looked great coming back. Let's
not forget about Gronk.
And then
Gronk, yeah.
But fuck it, man. I'm going with the Chiefs.
You going Chiefs too?
Let's go 6-0, baby.
Yeah.
Kansas City Chiefs. Let's ride that Mahomes train.
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, fuck it.
The Patrick Mahomes.
I love watching that guy play. He's so much fun to watch.
Yeah, it's awesome. But either way, I think it's going to be a great Sunday night stream. Oh, my God. I can't wait to stream that game. Wait. Are you going to change your pick?
No.
I'm
going
Chiefs.
You sure?
No, I'm going Chiefs. Yeah.
No, you should go Patriots so I can be the only one right about this.
No, I'm going Chiefs. Oh. I'm going Chiefs.
Now, I just want to say for the record, I want the Chiefs to win. Yeah. I'm just picking the Patriots.
Oh, yeah. Nobody wants the evil empire to win. You okay there, Josh?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
He's thinking about it.
Go with my heart or go with my head. You know what? Fuck it. Give me the Patriots.
What?
Give me the Patriots. Give me the Patriots. I'm going with the Patriots. I went with my heart. I almost went with my heart right there, going with the Kansas City Chiefs. But I'm gonna trust my head here. I'm going with the New England Patriots. They're gonna win here on Sunday Night Football. I'm going with the Patriots. Going with the Patriots.
Okay. All right. I'll be the only one right. I like it.
All right. Pete, you're with me, right?
It's a win-win. If the Chiefs win, we're happy because they beat the Patriots. If the Patriots win, at least we got our picks right.
Sorry, Chiefs fans. This will be the first week I'm not rolling with you guys. I'm going with the New England Patriots. Choosing my head over my heart. Heading into the final game of Week 6.
Yeah.
Monday Night Football. Green Bay Packers against the San Francisco 49ers. Packers are 2-2-1. 49ers, they're 1-4. Pete,
Yes.
who's winning Monday night?
I don't think this is a very hard pick. I realized that the Packers just got drubbed by the Lions. What was that, by the way?
That was crazy because the Packers have a pretty damn good defense, and Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions, they're Jekyll and Hyde of a team. You never know what you're going to get from them.
Covered them up.
And last week, you saw a great Detroit Lions team. I mean, they did pretty damn good.
I don't know where that came from.
Yeah. But as far as the Niners go, I mean, as soon as Garoppolo went down, their season really ended. And if I'm really a Niners fan or even a Niners coach, I mean, they might not tell you this, but this is probably what they're thinking. Let's lose and get a first-round overall pick, or at least a second overall pick, because I mean, what else do you have to? You're not winning your division. You're not making the playoffs, and you're certainly not doing anything with what's his name at quarterback. I don't even know the guy's name. That's how
Beathard, C.J. Beathard. Yep,
exactly. So Aaron Rodgers at home on Monday night. This game won't be close.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're going with the Packers as well?
Definitely. I think they're a little pissed off, man. They came off of even though they lost to Detroit, they probably actually should have won. They left 13 points from all those missed field goals and extra points. 13 points, and they only lost by 8.
Yeah.
So they should have came back and won that game.
Yeah.
So I think Aaron Rodgers against the 49ers, who just all those injuries, obviously, with even the running back. Who was the running back? Jerick McKinnon going out.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Breida got hurt last week, so I'm not sure if he's going to be good or not. So I just too many injuries for that offense to be able to keep up with Aaron Rodgers. And I can see this will be a blowout, man.
Yeah.
Look, I'm going with the Green Bay Packers as well.
No, say it a little louder. Louder. Go Pack, go. I think that's what you said, guys. He said go Pack, go. If y'all can hear him.
I said I'm going with the Green Bay Packers. I got them winning Monday Night Football, but I do want to say this to the San Francisco 49ers. You know, I don't want them to get shit on too much by like
the
social
world.
Media and everybody just shitting on the 49ers. You know, they've actually been playing pretty decent, the 49ers. I mean, their offense, their middle of the pack offense, 15th, and their defense has been pretty solid all season long. They're 11th ranked defense right now. So it's not like they're a terrible team.
No.
And Breida, we'll see if he's starting right here because so far he's the 5th leading rusher in the league. He's been phenomenal this season.
Yeah.
But sorry guys, I'm going with the Green Bay Packers, and they're just too much here at home.
And Pigskin Pete made a good point. You kind of hope. Redskins 49ers are in a great position here. If they can just have a really good draft pick and they get Jimmy G coming back and Jerick McKinnon, they're going to have a pretty solid team.
Yeah, true.
So you kind of hope you lose out, but I know you don't. It's hard to lose. You don't want to, but you kind of do at the same time.
I just want to say this about the Niners, though. I don't want to come down too hard on them because they are clearly playing hard and not giving up on the season. The players aren't.
Yeah.
All I'm saying, if you're a fan, you probably want them to lose to get the high draft pick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And there's really nothing more dangerous like we said before, than a team that has nothing to lose. And if you're a player for the Niners right now, you don't have anything to lose. A lot of those guys are really playing for their starting position next year, or if they're a free agent to make a contract. So.
Exactly.
I mean, don't say that the Niners are just going to give up on the game.
Right.
But I still think at the end of the day, with no quarterback and not really many offensive weapons outside of Breida, and you're playing Aaron Rodgers at home.
Yeah,
that's all.
Yeah.
I mean, I have this game. My score prediction for this game was 30-19. 30-19.
Mine's 35-17.
35-17. Okay.
Yeah.
So shout out to our boy Rocha, diehard 49ers fan.
I know he's hating that pick, but yeah.
Hey, I'll say this: 49ers Empire. I hope you guys do win Monday. That would be amazing. We'll be streaming for that game. If the 49ers pull off an upset, you're going to see one happy Bears fan.
I actually would like to see that too. I would like to see the Niners.
That would be great. All right, guys, so that wraps it up for our picks for Week 6. What a great episode this was. It was a whole lot of fun doing this with you, our special guest, Pigskin Peete. Thank you once again, bro,
a pleasure, man,
for coming on.
Hey, I love coming on with you guys, and we'll do it again soon, I'm sure. It's always a pleasure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
So once again, everybody, if you're not subscribed to Pigskin Peete, then go ahead and do so.
What are you waiting on?
Yeah, I made it very easy for you. The link is right there in the description as well, and it's going to be pinned to the comment section. All you got to do is click that, hit subscribe, turn your notification bell, and get yourself some great content with Pigskin Peete.
Yeah.
But also let us know in the comment section who you guys have for these
Down
games
below.
this week. We love hearing your guys' thoughts. And we'll see how it all plays out. And we'll see you next week for week number 7. Y'all keep it too sweet.